cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws, keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the give off the left side. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Badgers will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The offense cashing it in on that drive. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Evans. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Williams looking for a man. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Makes the catch. It's Anthony.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Mason. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give out of the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying play action. Unloads to the right. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Snags it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Williams will pass. Got it in the middle, it's Green. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Coleman. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's good enough for a first down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. It's Green. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Boston.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing, got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
They booted away on fourth down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Back to the ground game on the left. Sweet cut there. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. They're working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give as they work on that clock. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Dances away. Trying to turning it on! How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Williams will pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Boston. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Pocket breaking down. He's inside the 15. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.